see how eUnited is going to play. If they play at the level we know that they can, if they put OpTic up to a crazy series, all of a sudden Pool C could just be gnarly.
It definitely could be, and let's get into this one. Valkyrie, Hardpoint, CWL Atlanta, let's get things started. OpTic Gaming, eUnited. And for me, it's SMG presence. I'm interested to see how many people are actually running SMGs. I'd be very, very surprised if we got many ARs. Clayster using SG42, sorry, an STG, Crimsix with the bar, so it looks like it's a 3 SMG, 1 AR setup from both teams.
I mean, just look right now, we're finally going to start to see some kills go in the way of eUnited, but looking at that scoreboard, OpTic Gaming with an early lead here in Vents, just looks like they're going to be able to hold pretty much all the time here. Only 25 seconds are going to be remaining, and for an opening hill, this is a pretty darn good start for OpTic Gaming.
Yeah, solid start. And this is one of the opening hills where you can get a decent chunk of time off it. If you can get yourself set up inside of ventilation, it's very, very hard for the enemy team to break through. There's a lot it's small choke points. That's what this map's about. Small choke points. If you can get set up in the majority of points, you can pick up the majority of the points inside of that hill.
And, you know, to jump on, we just need to talk about Crim6. 5-1 to start things off. And if you just go down to brass tacks, look at a map, now Crim still heating up 6-2 to start off our first map of the day. Already 50 points to eUnited, 6 for OpTic Gaming. This is not a map where you're going to go, oh, Crim6 is hands down going to be the superstar on paper, and now he's just having an incredible performance, and that's making so much room for everybody else on OpTic Gaming.
Yeah, you know, this is the map where you expect Scum to really come into his own. SMG heavy, you know, it's quick. A lot of little choke points. We know he can do bits on this map, but eUnited do get the break on through. They are going to get a hold of this hard point, and they need to start getting some points on the board. Not too dissimilar from what you would expect the start to be. OpTic Gaming can come out hot. If they can get themselves sorted with that first hard point, they can do really, really well, but that's important. Arcades does get a hold of streaks. They're not as important on this map as I would say. They're just going to try and use them straight away to get a hold of this next rotation as well. Usually you'll see them pretty much come out just exclusively at that 5th hill, at Smokehouse, sorry. But at this moment in time, is going to use them to try and get the rotation. Not going to work out in their favor, though. OpTic are set up.
Yeah, I mean, the big thing on that hill, though, is ultimately eUnited is able to break through, but they don't have the strongest hold. Luckily, they have the spawns. They're going to really be valuing that when they get on over to the next hill, try to get that rotation nice and early. That's why they use the streaks. They do manage, even without incredibly lucrative streaks, to get set up in storage bunker, and all of a sudden, it's off to the races for them, finally getting some points on the board, but now it's OpTic Gaming's chance to push on in, and the kill feed's just going to be all green. Oh my goodness, OpTic Gaming heating up once again.
Very, very nice from them. What we've seen in the middle of the map, we weren't watching, but Pristini was holding that mid-cut. If you can hold that down, you can get so many kills. It's a nice position to be in. Karma wiped him off it. We've seen it on the mini-map, and that started things off. The whole green kill feed comes in, and OpTic Gaming looking hot already here on Valkyrie.
I mean, they're just outslaying them right now. eUnited trying to catch up, and like you said earlier, this was eUnited's map pick as well. Now eUnited finally going to start to pick up some of these kills right in time for rotation. They get set up nice and early. This is like the first or second time that they've really been able to establish their presence this early on a hill. Let's see if they can hold, and just like that, it's going to be Formal who manages to break through. Now Pristini needs to find a big kill here, and Formal going to be able to get 2.
Very, very easy from OpTic. That's all they need to do. They push on through. eUnited seem to be quite willing to rotate early on this map. You're rewarded for that most of the time. It's not working out for them whatsoever. They're getting in there initially, but they're not able to hold. OpTic Gaming's punching power and eUnited's lack of... I mean, they're just not able to hold it. It just seems as if they don't have things set up. They're not winning their gunfights at the crucial times. We can see an all-green kill feed once again. OpTic Gaming dominant here so far. eUnited looking lackluster as they have been in the past few weeks.
I mean, there's so many things just going in favor of OpTic Gaming right now. When you look, obviously the kill feed 90% of the time is just going to be OpTic Gaming slaying out. But the main thing is when they don't have to get these OEs going, when they don't have to get to these hills early, they're able to play scrappy. So they're milking every hill for just about as many seconds as they can. And eUnited getting set up early, they get 1-2 seconds, and then all of a sudden it is going to be a challenge coming in from Green Wall. And now we can see OpTic Gaming, they get set up very early here on this hill as well.
So they hold that previous point the whole amount of time as we have Karma Nelly fully streaked out. They then rotate over the smokestacks pretty much uncontested. The streak come in, they move back inside, now they're going to go again. Here we go, Karma takes the first kill. Silly does answer back with 2. Really good work by eUnited to hold that one down, and they're going to get a few more points on the board here, but they're 100 points down. We're not even at the second rotation.
And one of the nice things there too, when Karma actually trades out, he does get fully streaked. Now they're going to be able to use these streaks a little bit, create a nice choke point for themselves. You can already see they're inside of the building, just trying to reestablish their presence on smokestacks. Only scrap time going to be left, but Scum going to be able to get get 3. One of them is going to be Karma, but hey, a kill's a kill.
Okay, well, United are heating back up into this just a little bit now. They are starting to get some points on the board. These last 2 points, they've sort of started to establish some sort of presence because so far we haven't really seen it. OpTic Gaming, though, above and beyond them. Currently, Pristini does pick up 2. We need to see that more. Silly and Pristini heating up. We know what Clayster and RCDs can do, but Pristini has been one of these guys that he's questioned himself recently a lot. 3 streak at this moment in time. If he can get a hold of some of those score streaks leading in this game, that's going to be possibly a game changer. Does get a couple of them himself. Is he going to be able to hold it? Not quite. OpTic do break through, but the streaks are available for Pristini.
Hey, this is one of the most impressive hills that we've actually seen out of eUnited. I think before we got to this hill, they were at about 40 points. Now they're at 80, and pretty much all 40 came from one hill as well. So now they're going to be able to hold this one, and all of a sudden they should be able to crack 100 points here without a problem. But Crim6 going to be able to get 2 big kills, and
okay.
just like that, OpTic Gaming is going to make me eat my words. That's 4 for Crim. He's just getting started, 20 and 16 here. Now looking for streaks, just needs 1 more kill to do it. After those last 4, he's going to make it look like an easy task, I do imagine. Pops out right there, going to be able to get it. That streaks for Crim. Fully streaked out. That's 6 kills for Crim6, and it doesn't look like he's stopping anytime soon.
Really, really good work by OpTic Gaming to break on through as Crimsic just keeps on going, does eventually get taken down. But what I didn't like, eUnited had the setup, they got a couple of kills, cleared OpTic out, all of them undead. They're pushing forward, Arsenes walks straight out the front door and gets taken down by Crimsic, which starts that roll of kills that he ends up getting. And for me, I don't know why he pushes out, but sit back, there's still 30 seconds, you know, play a little bit more passive. You've got some control for probably one of the first times in the game. And he runs out and just gives himself an unnecessary death now. They do have control of Operations Bunker and have done for the majority of the time. The game is a lot closer than it was, but Crim's starting to heat up. 24 and 18 from him. Sensational plays from the veteran.
Ooh, Clay. Okay. All right, Clay. Clay's going to be able to grab a few kills here. Now he's looking to take down Formal. Going to be able to do that. Just 1 more standing between him and him. It's going to be Karma who falls down. That's 5 for Clay. Clay's 1 off of streaks at the moment. And you can see these kills having a massive impact. eUnited all of a sudden clawing back into this. It looked completely hopeless. That's another 1 for Clay. Fully streaked out. This is starting to be an absolute bloodbath. eUnited now 40 seconds off. They look, it was rough. Clay's still going.
Man, he just sees Crimsic heating up and he's like, you know what, boy? No. I'm Clayster. I can do it just as well as you. And he's just lighting OpTic Gaming up. Artillery available for him. eUnited have crawled themselves. I say crawled, they've screamed back into this game. Clayster with an 8 streak.
My goodness, we said going into this, if we can see the eUnited that we know they can play, it's another 1 for Clay. He's at 9 before he finally gets cut down. Full streaks to work with, and all of a sudden, an enormous amount of streaks for eUnited. They're going to start calling him in. They want to make sure they get them all in before this one is over. But we said if we saw the eUnited playing the way that we know this team can play, all of a sudden this pool is going to be one of the hardest pools that we have ever seen. eUnited, this is only the first map, but they're starting to do just that. They're starting to show us how well they can play as a unit, and Clayster is just heating up again. This could be 3 for him on a new streak. Not going to be able to get it, but now only 9 seconds between them and OpTic Gaming.
Karma plays that so smart. He doesn't want to make that engagement. If he dies, which he eventually does, but he's held that off for around 10 seconds or so, then the pinch comes in for eUnited. Really, really good work for him to stay alive. But as we said, I mean, eUnited starting to heat up, but the fact that Clayster has got 31 kills is so influential for his team. He's basically, that last hard point, won them every single point. He's got so many kills leading up to it. It was so hard for OpTic to come back into it, but as we say that, OpTic 4 kills on the board, and they've forced eUnited far, far out. That's going to be quite a few points on the board. They could be within touching distance.
Yeah, now all of a sudden, though, OpTic, they kind of get woken up. That was a glass of cold water straight into their face. They know they got to do the work to hold this hill. They're going to be able to do it in office. Scump just lighting everyone up now. This has just been a game of players streaking out 1 by 1. Scump going to be working with 4 right now. I don't know how many times I've said it inside this series, but he is 1 off from streaks. But just want to go back to eUnited for a second. OpTic Gaming could do it on this next hill, but eUnited, when Clayster, we talk about how influential he is as a leader. We talk about how influential he is out of game for his team. When he's playing like this, it is absolutely, if he was playing like this, it would be impossible to beat this team. if they played like this the entirety of the game. 36 and 21 right now, calling in those streaks, and you can see eUnited going to be able to hold smokestacks. They have to, because if they don't, OpTic Gaming could still win off of this hill.
They could. The only thing for eUnited, that start is just going to hurt them, I feel. You know, really, really slow out the blocks. If they start on a moderate level with OpTic Gaming here, they're in the lead. I mean, they've done so well over the past couple of minutes. Crumbling a little bit here with 15 or 14 seconds left for OpTic Gaming to get. It's going to be so hard to come back. That slow start is going to punish them.
I mean, these kills were huge, though, that did just come in. You can see Christini going to be able to use his streaks there to get a nice kill. This pushes OpTic off the smokestacks long enough that they need to win on the... They need the next hill to be able to win now once again. So eUnited still does keep themselves alive. They're going to need... They could, in theory, win off of this hill as well with a perfect hold, but already OpTic Gaming able to get some early time. Scump with a big two-piece, maybe able to just close out this first map. And it looks like this kill going to be able to secure it. Crim 6 on a 3 streak, and we can see a 5 tear as well for OpTic Gaming. Good job by them, but ultimately, it was eUnited who impressed me in that matchup when they turned up towards the middle.
Yeah, but that's the thing, I suppose. If they turn up at the beginning, they win that map. They win that map. But in the end, when you've got such a negative deficit to come back from, they've got to fight back so hard, because they were down like 100 points after first rotation. Then after that, they need to be fighting for every single scrap point.
Yeah.
We've seen it smokestacks, the second final hill there. They had to stick around for a little bit too long. Suddenly OpTic got set up in the first hard point of ventilation, and it's very hard to break if somebody got set up with a 4-man there. They hold every single choke point, and it's easy points for OpTic Gaming. They close out the map, and it's just in hard point, if you let yourself slip that far behind, yes, okay, they started playing well, but then they have to be getting all the scrap time because they're so far behind. Then that detriments them as we're going for the early rotations. They have to win big gunfights. They didn't manage to do that at the very end, and they would lose the map.
I mean, I didn't expect that one to be that close at all.
After the beginning, no.
After the beginning, it looked like it was going to be an absolute blowout. We come into this one, and to be completely honest, it looked like OpTic Gaming was just going to be a huge cut above eUnited based off of the performances that we saw at the CWL Pro League. But all of a sudden, we do see just eUnited able to come alive in the later portions of that match. The question is, was that OpTic Gaming, after having such a heavy start, maybe starting to play sloppy, maybe playing down a little bit? We're going to find out when we go into the S&D, because you can't base everything off of one map. We want to see, it doesn't matter which side you're on. If you're an OpTic fan or an eUnited fan, you want to see both of these teams play at their top level. And as we can see, we're going to be headed into the S&D right now. End score 250 to 195 for our first hard point. OpTic Gaming going to be leading, but St. Marie Dumont, that's going to be your search and destroy. Do you have one team coming out on top in this one time?
I still have OpTic. I think, you know, we say United were coming back into that, but that was their map pick as well. For me, I think OpTic Gaming looking a little bit strong. Yeah, I'd probably side with you and say, yeah, okay, they did start to slow down on that hard point because of the initial start you get. I mean, you're always going to be sort of cruising at that point. Going into this now, though, they're warmed up a little bit. They know United are here to play, but for me, OpTic Gaming just going to be too strong on this map.
Just for storylines, you want to see both of these teams play at their top level.
Oh, yeah.
You know, even OpTic, there were times in the CWL Pro League where they weren't firing on all cylinders. Yep. I'm expecting at the land that they will be. If we see that out of eUnited as well, Pool C is going to be one to keep your eyes on throughout the entirety of CWL Atlanta. And now, once again, eUnited going to be put to the test in S&D. They're trailing by 1. OpTic Gaming going to be up 1-0 in the series as we enter map number 2.
Well, let's see what eUnited can do to answer back. They need to do it pretty quickly, and unfortunately we do have the graphics slightly misaligned there, but never mind, as we'll change things up in a second.
If you're an OpTic fan, you should be fine.
You
green means green wall. Red going to be eUnited, and you can see right now we got everyone in the back working to fix that for you, but off the break, you can see eUnited going to invest heavily onto that B site, trying to get an early plant. OpTic Gaming being very reactive in this, going to try to get in. They might try to break here with their nades. You can hear them going off right now.
There you go. That's exactly what they wanted to try and do. eUnited do answer back though, but it is going to be Fallen to pick things up, and eventually OpTic Gaming walk away with that round. But it was very nicely played by OpTic there. They allowed them the site, only managed to waste 1 grenade initially, and then after that the grenades come in, then the engagements come. A couple of members of eUnited. When you stack in there so much, if the other team haven't used the grenades, you need to move out a little bit because you're just going to get peppered. It's so hard to be able to actually hold that, and OpTic do a really good job there.
So I actually got a chance to talk to Formal a little bit about S&D back back, I guess it was the last week that we were actually over in Ohio for the Pro League, and he was just talking about how they actually look at each scenario, and it was just so clean cut, knew exactly what they were going to do there after talking to him. And when they're in a situation where they can go by their playbook, OpTic Gaming is going to come out on top every 100%. Single time. They got an incredible coach in Teep. They got some of the best raw skill in the game, but Clayster are going to be able to get the first blood here. This is going to make OpTic think on their toes. This is exactly what I said that they needed to do. eUnited looking strong here.
These next couple of gunfights are going to be important. Pristini takes down Karma. That should be the round. Formal going to be left all alone. When those grenades come in like that, just a little bit late, OpTic probably not expecting that. If they win those couple of gunfights, that forces eUnited out, and then it's in OpTic hands, but works out fantastically well for eUnited to get a round on the board. This
entire game right now, nade timings have been very crucial. That's exactly what we expect on this map, especially when teams are going straight for that B site.
Yeah. 9 times out of 10, that's where they're going. It comes down to grenades. With the spawn timer change, the spawn distance change, it's leveled things up a little bit more, but it's made teams have to think a little bit more as well about your grenades, about what you're going to do. It's about you either bluff with them a little bit, where you throw maybe one and everyone's like, oh, okay, pile in, which is what happened in the first round. But then at the same time, you know, it's just about mind games and trying to play against.
It's a huge mind game. We can see loadouts change at this point. That's another thing that can potentially happen. And once again, all right, this is going to be a little bit cheeky. Karma going to be able to ultimately get the first kill off of that. Finally, a first blood going the way of OpTic Gaming. Now shots still coming out. Scump going to be able to find the second one. Arseny's trying to even the scale by taking out Crim 6, but this round looking good for OpTic Gaming. They're going to have a massive man advantage. If Silly can manage to find this plant, he would be just an absolute legend. He's going to be able to find one kill. It's on to Crim 6, but that's going to make his location that much more obvious to the remaining players of OpTic Gaming. Silly moving around, finds the second one. He's doing a decent amount of work there, but ultimately OpTic Gaming going to be able to close that one out.
So OpTic do the complete opposite of what they did on that first initial defense. They they jump in. The smoke actually comes in as well, so eUnited can't cut off cross as they move over towards the satellite. Excuse me. From that point, it's always so hard for Silly to win that game, so OpTic do take the lead once again.
Somewhat back and forth here. It's one of those things where you start off this map, you already kind of alluded to it. We expect those mind games to come in. At some point, do you expect something to give? Do you expect one of these teams to kind of punch the other team's ticket and figure out exactly what they're trying to go for?
I think the thing is you can mix it up so much on this map. I say mix it up. Everyone tends to go towards B. But you can change the way that you do things every single time. So I think we'll see it go backwards and forwards a couple of times. Whoever wins this next round, I think it will go back the other way the next round. I think it's going to go backwards and forwards, but if OpTic can win this round, they should be able to close it out. Clayster with the first kill. Formal trying to slow things down here. We can see United have done the same as what OpTic did on their second defense. They've flooded inside the site, and they're quite happy to take control of that. OpTic trying to pick away, trying to just get a kill here and there. If Arseny's goes down in this middle building, it creates problems, but he holds it. Crim 6 goes down. Karma going to be there for the second challenge. Arseny's going to be able to survive this. He somehow gets away. Karma shooting at nothing currently, but 2 versus 3 in favor of eUnited. They should be able to walk away with this round.
They should be able to, and now they're going to be able to. It's all up to Karma at this point. Pretty similar scenario that we saw for eUnited in the last round when it was Silly all alone. Karma moving around right now. Got to be thinking about not giving the other players any streaks to work with. Clock dwindling down. 20 seconds going to be left here. Karma does find a body, doesn't want to be, he is going to be ultimately cut down there at the end of the round, Ton.
Yeah, both these teams really go toe-to-toe here with their tactics, with how they're playing the rounds. It always seems to be end up those first engagements come in. Whoever gets the first engagements tends to win it. Really good work by these two teams, playing it quite regimented, playing the way that you should on this map. Not too many curveballs so far. Really pretty much standard player, but both these teams very evenly matched here.
Yeah, I mean, right now, I think we've seen a majority of the rounds. The team that gets first blood has been able to come out on top, but all tied up inside of map number 2, S&D, OpTic Gaming versus eUnited, 2-2. Once again, expecting these guys to head on over to B, but eUnited, this may be their opportunity to get a little bit cheeky, and you can see Silly hanging back just a little bit. Solid site control going to come out from OpTic Gaming. Quite a few of the rounds when we actually saw eUnited head on over, OpTic had late control. They decided to get the frags out nice and late. This time, they're going to be able to just perch up, have full control. They mixed up those timings a little bit. They're already there waiting for eUnited to come through, and they cut them all down.
Very clean round as well, only losing one player. And it seems to have been that way. We haven't really come down to any 1 versus 1s yet. It's very clean rounds every single time somebody wins, so they're playing good S&D. when they're defending at this moment in time. Not a single round on attack quite yet. So let's see if eUnited can break that, if OpTic can break that trend. Could they go 4-2 up here? But at this moment in time, both teams defending sensationally well.
Hey, the team that is able to break up that rhythm, all of a sudden is going to look really incredible in this series. So you got to be looking for the attack rounds. That's when you got to be cheering for your team the most. Everybody's been playing great defense, as Ton already did say. OpTic Gaming currently leading by 1. If they can break up the rhythm here, all of a sudden they're going to be looking great to take this map. And you can see a little bit of a different strategy right now. They're split. They got eyes on A and they got eyes on B. Now it's going to be up to Scump and Crim6 to rotate around. Scump's going to hang back around A for just a little bit as Crim makes that long walk. Now Scump's going to follow in tow. Looks like they're going to put some pressure onto B. Only Arctics is going to be looking at A right now for eUnited, and now we might see the action get started. Formal with the first blood. This could be big for OpTic Gaming to start things off. Karma may be able to just plant this down nice and easy. Yeah, Formal with that kill going to be huge as well.
It's that initial kill that he gets on Pristini. Pristini gets flushed out by the grenade, then has to repeat. Formal sitting there waiting. Nice and easy. First entry kill. OpTic Gaming get an attacking round on the board, going 4-2 up.
Oh, man, I just want to take a second to note Atlanta quickly becoming one of my favorite cities to do events at.
All right.
I've gotten to do a few here. This is probably, what, the second CWL event that's happened here. It's already Anaheim, obviously the hallmark event of the year. Yeah. Atlanta already might be my second. You can already see the fans here. It's early here in Atlanta already. In tow for OpTic Gaming, cheering them on this Bravo stage to start things off. And I'm sure they know, as well as you guys at home, how big that last round was. That was the first time we saw a team with the bomb able to take a round. OpTic Gaming now sits 4-2 over eUnited. This is the first time, that we've seen someone go
read it like a book. They completely read it like a book. eUnited try to change things up. OpTic say, right, we know exactly what you're going to do. They sentiment towards A and to the middle as well. Map control is all theirs. Certainly looking hard for Arctics to pick that kill up. He does get the kill and the bomb goes down. So maybe not so bad for eUnited so far. If you can win this gunfight, silly, that changes the round. Really good start by OpTic, but they can't get control of the site initially. And it allows eUnited to plant. Suddenly the kills go in their favor. Crim6 on a 3-kill streak. He's going to have to extend that to 5 to win this round.
He's looking to do just that, but it's looking kind of tough. He finds one really impossible kill against Silly. Now trying to clutch up against Arctics, but he's just going to be too weak. Arctics just sinks one into him. That's enough to put Crimbot down. That round looked like it should have gone to OpTic, though. They read that A swap really easily. They get there, but you know who I got to give it up to? It all comes down to Alec. It all comes down to Arctics. Arctics finds that incredible kill onto Karma. You see Karma go for the swan dive. He seems to be out of dodge, and all of a sudden, Alec just shoots laser beams through space.
I want to give props to Silly as well. He opens things up, gets things rolling for eUnited, and they get an attacking round of their own on the board. Now OpTic Gaming back on the attack themselves. Can eUnited get a defense round to level things up? Let's see now. It seems as if a little bit more of a standard setup. Okay, not initially. This seems aggressive from eUnited around from behind as well. But Crim6 is going to be there to try and watch it. But does he know that there's 2 coming for him? That's the question. Pristini caught with his pants down a little bit there. Unfortunately, Crim6 takes him down. And suddenly OpTic have control of B site. The bomb goes down.
All of a sudden, just a completely different series. Now all of a sudden, it's every round where someone's got a bomb in their hand. They're coming out on top. But still a lot of chance here for eUnited. They do have the disadvantage, but it is only by 1. They're going to be able to even that up. Clayster takes down Formal. Now it's 3-3. Clock dwindling down.
3, 2,
Everybody 1. At B. This is going to be an absolute brawl. Kill start coming in. Karma does find 1. He finds 2. And that's going to be another round for OpTic Gaming.
You see, for me, eUnited set up there. They're all very, very compacted in together. One jumps out, and then the other 2 are stuck there. They can't do anything. They all have to either jump at the same time and just get some sort of luck to win that round. When you're all stacked up in that area, unfortunately, it's very, very hard to win it when you got three guys from OpTic Gaming staring at you. Hard round for eUnited to win. OpTic get another on the board.
I believe that just puts them 1 away, too, from taking the entire map. It is going to be 5-2-3 here. eUnited all of a sudden falling behind inside of this map and the series. If OpTic are able to take this round, they are on match point inside of the first series of CWL Atlanta here on the Bravo stage. And right now, we're going to see those smokes coming in, making it really tricky. And it's just back
there we go.
forth. Big kills, though, coming in for eUnited. eUnited now going to be 4-5 behind OpTic Gaming. That one was a bloodbath ton. For anyone at home who maybe missed that action, what exactly went down?
It was Scump behind the bomb site that was doing the damage for OpTic Gaming. As soon as he goes down, though, really good initial kill there by Clayster on the Formal as well. opens things up. Really good work by eUnited. They just won the gunfights that they needed to there. Really nice work. OpTic were set up on the bomb site. You expect them to defend that, but in the end, eUnited come out on top. Their gunfights going in their favor. And as we go into round number 10, OpTic Gaming still one away, but eUnited, could they win this defense and get us to around 11?
This is absolutely huge right now. If eUnited's able to come back in this S&D, looking like very valid competitors inside of
Oh, right,
this.
Clay.
That's going to be a big start to it. Clay going to be able to find the kill. Solid B-site control all around for eUnited, and this is kind of what we saw at the beginning of this series as well. Control just like this, going to the defending team. Now OpTic Gaming needs to improvise, and this is not going to be an easy one to dance out of.
He should not be able to get behind this easily. Crimsix is going to be the catalyst for the round here. Karma gets the kill on Vasily as well. Crimsix now, he's going to open things up, and then that's going to spell so many problems for eUnited. Here come OpTic Gaming. Karma takes down Arcides. Pristini is suddenly left all alone inside that B. Bomb site shot's going to go in as well. Pristini gets the second on the Crims and gets away crucially as well. So Karma now in a 1 versus 1. That should have been an easy cleanup for OpTic Gaming. Now Pristini has a potential to take this around 11.
My goodness, it looked like it was just easy for eUnited. Then all of a sudden it looked like it was OpTic's. Karma going to be taken down. We are going to around 11 for our first S&D of the day. eUnited versus OpTic Gaming. eUnited comes up huge in that round. Finds kills that they should not have found. It's the Twins today for me. Really, you know, you can't even say it. It's all of eUnited. All of a sudden, they're starting to look like this machine, this Goliath that we knew they could be as a team. We saw Clay turn up in that first hard point. Just goes on a crazy, bloodthirsty run. Able to just slay like a madman. Now inside of this, we've seen Silly do what he needs to do at times. We've seen both of the Twins turn up when it's necessary. But now the question is, who's going to be able to take this second map? You can see Clayster right now going to be sniping inside the top of the building, watching over Pristini.
Oh yes, be careful. Crimsix is there. He's on the other side of the wall, so he's really okay.
This is an interesting thing to switch up here for me.
Control of A.
eUnited do it, but yeah, decent control of A going to be coming out for eUnited. That's a big reason why we do see Clay with that snipe.
Pick me, Crim. That's all he's asking. He gets this first initial kill. It allows eUnited some control. Crimsix up top here in the middle of the map, and that's going to cause problems for them pushing towards that bomb site. They are waiting on and picking up onto Clayster. Let's see, there's no engagements really coming in. Crimsix gets the first one though. That's going to cause problems. He's done so well to stay alive, just peeking backwards and forwards, causing all sorts of problems. eUnited, yeah, they take that towards A. And Clayster typically moves away from where he was looking just for an instant. Scump appears there, and he's gone. That may be the chance that they wanted. Disappearing now as Formal picks up the kill onto Pristini. Crimsix does eventually go down. This could be something now. They need this next kill to have potential in this round.
It's looking pretty good for OpTic Gaming. eUnited going to be down by one man.
He goes down.
Clayster, though, going to be try to challenge here with the pistol. He's going to be cut down. OpTic Gaming going to be up 2 maps to 1. Looking good for OpTic Gaming, but ultimately, with the way that eUnited has already been playing, I'm excited to see this map number 3. They're not out of this yet, and already they're starting to look like real competitors here inside of Pool C, which is one of the main reasons I was excited for this matchup. Yeah. Yes, we're excited because it's eUnited versus OpTic Gaming. Yes, we're excited because it's going to be the first matchup of the day for us here on the Bravo stage in Atlanta, but honestly, you're just excited to see if eUnited is going to completely crumble or if they're going to be the team that we all know that they can be.
Disappointing losses, though, unfortunately for them. Yes, okay, they lose them in a close fashion, but at the same time, it's still bad to lose it that way. You never want to lose them, of course, but I don't know if I'd rather lose close like that or get battered, because I at least puts them in a place where they know they're playing okay, but at the same time, getting those close matches, it's so demoralizing losing in that fashion.
You know, I think the main thing, though, is still that hard points up in the air for me. Not sure how well they really did necessarily. Like, OpTic Gaming looked incredible. All of a sudden, they do have a breath late in it. But, guys, we will be able to put eUnited fully to the test when we return after this quick break. The question's going to be, will OpTic Gaming be able to serve a hot 3-0 to start off the day? Just one map is going to stand between OpTic Gaming and starting off Atlanta with an exclamation mark. The hot 3-0. They're trying to do it now against eUnited, but we have seen some serious signs of life from eUnited to start up their tournament run as well. The question is, will they be able to stand up against the green wall inside of this map number 3? My name is Rich, and I get to cast this one with Ton. Do you think OpTic Gaming closes this one out nice and quick?
I think they do. I think they do. This is their pick as well on Arden. I think, saying that, when you look at the ARs from these two teams as well, you would say they probably went toe-to-toe with each other. You know, we see Crimsix on Valkyrie running the bar. We know what Formal can do, of course. Clayster plays well on Valkyrie as well with his AR, with the STG. It could go either way, but I think with OpTic Gaming looking so strong in this series, already 2-0 up, going into the third looking strong, I think this closes it out.
Yeah, I think they go into the CTF, could close it out as well with how OpTic Gaming has been playing. It's going to be Arden, Faris, capture the flag. We all know what we can expect from this one as well. This tends to be a little bit slower sometimes.
Yep.
A lot of times we actually do see that counter cap come in as well, but it has been close scoreboard so far. 250 to 195, and ultimately OpTic Gaming in that has a really hot start, has a really strong finish, but it was all eUnited in the middle portions of that game. Very back and forth, ultimately on search and destroy, but 6 and 5 going to be able to close it out for OpTic Gaming. Now they just need this. They just need Arden Forest to be able to take this series 3-0. And one more time before we jump into the map. Ton, I gotta talk about Pool C. This is a pool that just has so much potential to be the pool of death. You got OpTic Gaming coming in as the top team. Right behind them, it's FaZe Clan. I actually got a chance. I got a chance to talk to them too a little bit before. You know, I caught Attach in the lobby. We were talking for a while. He feels incredible about this one, but guys, ultimately, we're going to be jumping into this one. We'll talk about the rest of Pool C later because all eyes need to be on OpTic Gaming and eUnited. Color's going to be wrong this time, so just pay attention to the players that you do see. None of these players need any introduction, and Crim6 going to be able to get the first kill of the game for himself into his back pocket.
Really nice. Yeah, sorry.
That was a second kill. You know, looking at the colors, got distracted there. Don't want to get distracted by that.
Okay,
ultimately, Rich. Now kill feed going to be going the way of OpTic Gaming until all of a sudden Arseny's going to be able to get 4 in his back pocket. That's going to be 2 streaks for him, and he's going to try to use these streaks to close the deal, seal the deal, and get full streaks for himself to start this off. Still a little bit off of that.
They need to hold this side now. Ruins is going to be a big gunfight. Arseny's needs to stay alive here. Picks up one on Formal. Is going to pick up the second as well. That is a flag. Crimsix not going to get the kill on him. That flag is gone. eUnited with a really nice start. Originally it was OpTic Gaming who got that initial control. Really nice control from them, and they've been back. They've made their way slowly. When they went for those engagements, though, Arseny was there to light them up. 7 streaks still from him. eUnited lead in the map.
And look at how far pushed up they already got. This is one of those scenarios where if you really can't get the whole team pushed up, Arseny's is a wrecking ball. 9 and 2, fully streaked out to start this game. Already 1 wave of kills. Now Pristini gonna be at Sneaky Snake, sneaking around in the back, gonna look for that kill and potentially a cap, but they catch him. Nice and easy kill for Crim6, but Arseny's is a scary human being right now.
Yeah, playing so well. We've seen him a couple of moments in that SND playing well as well. 9 and 2 out of him. If he can continue that, they're going to be causing problems here. eUnited, they are 1-0 up. Will mention though, they are on the preferred side if you would like. So at this moment in time, it's what we expect. We need them to have a lead going into the second half. Pristini, with the problems he's had recently, though, 0 and 4 needs to step it up. His team, thankfully, in the lead. But if he can step it up, gets a kill on the ball, gets a second there as well in mid-map, they can start getting pressure. If he can start playing, I don't really know what that stun was, but either way.
So here's the thing to note. Every single time we look at this map, it's eUnited that is pushed up all the way into OpTic Gaming's territory. They've been able to just be so aggressive throughout this. I do want to say no player has been slacking so far in this series. Every single team, it looks like everybody is just in fighting form, ready to get Atlanta started with a bang. But all of a sudden, Arseny's and Pristini have been turning up when it matters the most inside of this CTF. Now Pristini with another 2-piece, and this is just what we've come to expect already just a few minutes into this map. 2 minutes going to be remaining. This is going to be Crim6 getting pushed up. He ultimately is going to be taken out of the equation, and now Clay going to be able to grab this flag one more time.
He's going to be able. He's going to get pinched in from fire and around the side of bunker as well. Unfortunately, it does go down, but I like the pressure from eUnited. They're looking for flags all the time. It's not one of these things where you see teams push up and get slow. you know, when they get control of Buckeyes Arcades, yeah, he's going to be able to pull that one away. He is well aware what's going on. Is the other player, though? No, he's not. Takes him down. Arcades with a smart play as well, but they need to take down Crimsix. He's still going to be a thorn in their side. They switch it up, though, run straight around Ruins, and this is going to be very, very hard for OpTic Gaming to get back. But it's a big gunfight coming down to this. Crimsix does get stunned out just a little bit. If he can stay alive, really good work by Silly, though, to close that one down. Only one member of OpTic Gaming able to stop it. Formal goes down. Really good work from eUnited. They're 2-0.
I mean, he's just stacking streaks at this point, too. Arcedy's looking really strong here. And there are a few things to note. First of all, just the fact that the weird call on the streaks, that you can tell that they don't have full information at this point. But a few things to note. You already mentioned eUnited knows that they have the preferred side. They know they need to be taking full advantage of that. On top of that, we know how big one pull can be, let alone two to start things off. Now Pristini going to just tear people apart like they're paper. We can see that flag getting touched for just a second there. Shouldn't be too difficult to return it now for eUnited. And now Pristini could go for a run here and try to get the cap. It is going to be Karma and Crimsix starting to get back to base, but Formal going to spawn just in the nick of time. Pristini hanging out in cave, waiting for his opportunity to strike. They want to make this 3 before the clock runs out, but I don't think we're going to see them be too greedy. I don't think we're going to actually see them grab it if this clock does get much lower.
I think they're doing the right thing here. Pristini maybe just trying to get a flag pull, maybe try and play for a couple of streaks. Not too far off here. OpTic Gaming not going to allow that to happen, I don't think. He's going to pull the flag. If he can pull the flag and make a kill, that might put him on his way, but not going to happen this time around. OpTic going to defend well. Are they going to be able to pull this flag out with a few seconds remaining as well? Karma does get the kill. Arcades takes down Crimsix, but for OpTic Gaming in that situation to have that streak used by eUnited is quite good. They want that. They want those streaks gone because eUnited now going to have to defend. Streaks not as much of an issue. That's okay for them. They'll allow eUnited to use that streak.
You got quite a few streaks that you need to chew through right now. Arcades does just an insane amount of work to start things off in that CTF, able to get these stacking streaks. So we will see headed into this second round what OpTic Gaming can do. You did note as well, one more time, eUnited was on that preferred side, if you will. They take full advantage of it. They get a nice 2 pulls. Now in 5 minutes, we'll have to see what damage OpTic Gaming can do or if eUnited is going to continue their warpath. OpTic Gaming just needs this CTF to be able to walk away with this entire series. Right now, this is a much more even start than we saw in the first half. In the first half, it was just eUnited pushed all the way up. This time it's going to be a brawl going down at the halfway point.
Well, on with Clayster here. They're playing slow. That's what they want to do. They want to take their time in this one, try and get some momentum on the map, some control in the map. They're not going to be able to do that, though. OpTic do answer back with a couple of kills over on Silly's got some defensive work here to do. He's going to pick 2, though. That's going to slow them down just a little bit. Is he going to pick up the 3rd on Scump? Not quite. But as said, it slows OpTic down from getting as much control as they would have wanted there. eUnited hold fast. Really good work by Silly in the mid-map. At the same time, though, OpTic Gaming, they are going to be able to get some sort of control, and they're going to try and push up on the outside of Forest here. If they can get a couple of kills, they're going to be causing problems. But eUnited set up quite high on the map in a defensive status as well. Let's see if he can make this kill. Formal does take down Pristini. But backwards and forwards we go. Nobody really able to establish a lot of control.
Man, I think the thing is, though, is eUnited is stopping a lot of those aggressive plays that OpTic Gaming has been able to make. And then instead of just playing defensive, they push up and they take those fights. And that's one of the things with CTF. If you can put your team in the position that you always need 2 rounds of kills to be able to get the pull, but Scump going to be able to get 2 rounds of kills in one go. He's going to be able to get 2 kills nice and easy. And ultimately, Arcades is going to be able to call in those streaks. I'm curious how many streaks Arcades still does have left to use as well.
That might be it.
That might have been the last one. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. He might
have a fighter pilot.
I think he has a fighter pilot left. We will see, though. But ultimately, this has been one of the best pushes that we have seen from OpTic Gaming. And now we're going to see that pull instantly going to be taken down is Crim6, but off to the races will be Scump.
He does hit him with that stun, so he's going to slow him down just slightly. And there we go, the fighter pilot was still available. Do they have Mountain on Scumpy, who's running the flag? Does not, but he gets in the cover, as does Formal. Streak completely wasted. If anything, it has slowed them down just slightly. They may be able to get the pick here. Scump just gets around the corner. The cover's in from mid-map as well. That should be a flag to OpTic Gaming. Streaks all gone for eUnited. And now this is really, really level. If OpTic Gaming could get another flag in the 2.5-minute window here, we are back level.
That wasn't exactly the cleanest flag either. I think eUnited has much cleaner pulls, but a big reason for that is the amount of streaks that Alec was able to actually call in. Not going to be able to do that again, and already we see OpTic Gaming just trying to push them back into their base again. Just going to need one strong wave of kills here to be able to get an easy pull. They want to have a cleaner one than they had last time. Now it's going to be Scump trying to break. Comes on out, and he's going to be cut down by Pristini, and there is a guy to help him out there as well. Karma going to be able to find one kill. Let's make it 2 until he's taken out. Nice kills do come in there from OpTic Gaming, but now it's going to be Crim6 up there all by himself. He needs to just get set up at the moment.
So what Karma does with getting those 2 kills there, it slows eUnited down. They could definitely get more pressure if they have all 4 members alive and they know everybody's dead. Unfortunately, they can't do that. OpTic Gaming still have their finger on the button here. They could still move up, and that first flag that they got as well there, it's a double win for them because they get rid of the streaks that Arcity's had and they get a flag. So double win, as said. If they can now get the second, they're looking pretty good in this map. They're on the preferred side. If they can get this in quickly, it's looking good for OpTic. Karma covering. Does get that first initial kill on the clear start. Arcity's gets wiped off. Woodhead glitch as well. Let's see what's going to happen. Karma trying to run this one out. It's still going to be able to return. This Scump gets the kill there. Let's have a look. That should be a flag. We're going to be 2-2 now. Scump just struggling with the Dolphin dive, but is going to be able to get this one in. OpTic Gaming looking good. I'd be interested to see how close they are to streaks. Scump is not going to be quite there, but he's going to be close enough. If OpTic Gaming can get another round of kills, it's going to be
practicing those dolphin dives there a little bit. Yeah, you need to do that, but all tied up. OpTic Gaming versus eUnited. OpTic Gaming really coming alive on this preferred side. And if they can get one more in these 50 seconds, they get the entire series. They're looking for that cake, but ultimately it's going to be eUnited who can come in right now with some big kills. They got the pull. Will there be the challenge? We can see Pristini's going to be able to get a big kill here as well. It looks like this is just an absolutely free flag for eUnited. They may be able to just close out this entire map here. This was a relatively fast-paced Ardennes Forest as well.
Yeah, it has been pretty fast-paced, and they're going to walk this one in. 3-2 to eUnited. OpTic need to win these next round of kills. Former does take down Claystar. Arcity is there, as is Pristini. The STGs are out. All 3 members. That is the 4th going to be there for OpTic Gaming to go down. Formal gets taken down. Silly's got streaks. That is the game. eUnited are sent us to a 4th match.
Silly going to be able to call in those streaks right now, making sure that they just close this one out as the clock does dwindle on down. eUnited going to be able to take their first map in this series against OpTic Gaming. They've looked good in the other maps as well. I believe the score is 250 to 195 in Hardpoint, 6-5 in the S&D, and now 3-2 in the CTF. And yeah, those kills were absolutely massive.
Yeah, really good by Silly. Completely slowed down a push from OpTic Gaming, who can't do anything in that situation. In the end, eUnited just take their time on that last push, get the Slayers out, get that final kill they need to. It's an easy flag home, 3-2, win the map, sending us to a 4th.
eUnited definitely looking a lot stronger here than we expected them to. If you only base things on what we saw at the LAN League, I think they had a lot of time to really go back to the drawing board to try to figure out what was wrong, and they start off today with a huge challenge playing against OpTic Gaming, a team that, yes, hasn't looked incredibly invincible, I would say, inside of the LAN League, but definitely have already made it known that they are one of the top teams to potentially take down Atlanta and get that LAN win. Right now, I mean, we haven't really talked about it yet. If you're going to be picking a team right now to take the entire thing, they're in the conversation. 100%. I don't think they're my top 2, but they're probably my number 3 team to take it if I had to pick.
I mean, what, you saying Rise LG?
Rise LG, I think 1-2, and you could flip that either way. I really do think, and then it's OpTic Gaming behind them. eUnited not even in the conversation currently.
They're not. The thing is, the beauty of this event, there for me is still 5 teams that could go on to win this. There's maybe more. We know some of these teams haven't performed at their best recently. Splice, Red Reserve, the past couple of weeks, Splice in the Pro League, Red Reserve last week not playing as well as they had done initially. You know, these sort of teams could cause problems for everybody. We can't count out Team Caliber, currently our 2-time champions. Could they go on for the 3-peat? There's somebody you can never count out. That's the beauty of this event, looking very solid from everybody. There's so many people that could actually win, that's a thing, but it's going to be up in the air until Sunday.
Only one team going to be able to win this one, and this is going to have a huge impact on this pool. Pool C. I almost said pool number C. Sheesh, I got to wake up. But we can see Saint Marie Dumont going to be our next hard point. This is where we were for Search and Destroy. Now we're going to get to check it out on hard point. The first hard point There was one clear story. That was OpTic Gaming start strong and they finish strong. eUnited comes alive in the middle. If we see eUnited play at the caliber they did in the middle of Valkyrie, the entirety of this map, they are an unbeatable team, but OpTic Gaming going to try to squelch that momentum, going to try to pick up the early lead here. The question is, will they be able to do it? Will they be able to close out the series, or will eUnited defend the land and be able to take it to a Game 5?
Well, let's see. We're going to jump into this one, and we're going to go on board with Arcides. He's really been the catalyst in that CTF, sorry, I should say, for eUnited to win that one. Does so well. Can he carry that in the map number 4? Initial first kill comes in as Scum on formal. Not what you want to see. Clayster takes down Pristini. We'll even the odds, guys. We'll get a couple of team kills in here. But the first initial control originally goes to OpTic, but eUnited then get a couple of kills in there on the side you want to be on as well as we move into the first few seconds. Pretty even start.
This hill's a little bit more contest heavy. This is more what you expect out of a starting hill than what we saw on Valkyrie. This one could go very back and forth as we start to see Pristini getting some nice kills out here. All of a sudden, Formal and Crim 6 going to be able to tip the tide a little bit. Going to try to break in these last 20 seconds.
Well, OpTic are getting a control once again. Arcides is there to try and spoil the party. Gets one, needs to just stay alive. He's done that fantastically well. Formal does take him down though. And these kills coming in on the rotation, they're going to go in eUnited's favor. They have it locked down. A few two members spawning over here. They want to try and get some more pressure towards the actual hill, but they have the side of the map that they want. But the thing is, a couple of kills do come in OpTic Gaming's favor. They're going to be pushed up quite high here. They're going to be in a really quick position to try and stop something here. Silly does take down Karma though, snaps onto him from the corner there. And OpTic Gaming are going to have another bite of the cherry here.
I mean, this is a beautiful start for eUnited. They're going to have the spawns here. They don't have the ideal setup. There is a chance for OpTic Gaming to be able to break at this point.
Oh, that's massive, Clay.
Yeah, Clay's going to stop any breaching plays from happening there. And now, once again, Silly going to be able to get a huge kill. And it looks like Winery Lot could just be eUnited's for the taking. Pushing out to mid-map, we are going to see it's Arcides and Pristini. Pristini gets taken down, but Arcides going for the trek nice and early. He's starting to think about the next hill already with 20 seconds left. It looks like eUnited should be able to hold just by leaving one man behind. They're going to leave Clay there on the OBJ to just milk that hill for every second that they can. OpTic Gaming, though, gets some big kills here, tries to set themselves up for the next hill. They need to get themselves back in this one. This is first time that we've seen eUnited pull ahead inside of a hard point in this series.
Yeah, looking real good from eUnited. They went for that early rotation, sending 2 guys. Really great work by Clayster at the back, holding that one down as well. But they send the guys around. They can't quite do it. I think it was Arcides and Silly that pushed forward, or Pristini, one of the two. And they just couldn't quite get the job done. OpTic do get themselves set up quite nicely as well. We do see Scum spawning out, so this may be eUnited's opportunity. Arcides going to push around, does have help from a teammate as well. Thinking make these first initial kills, they may be able to jump in, but Scum and Co hold fast, 46 and rising from them. They should be able to hold out the next few points on this one. Kills going to come in from Crimsix as well. Smart work by OpTic Gaming. They make all the kills that they need to. They hold down parking lot so well.
I mean, so now as you can see, Crim, he's got his streaks to work with, but Seth probably just loving that spawn that he ultimately got. He's 3 and 7 right now. He has a really slow start, but he gets that spawn. He's able to pick up beautiful kills, basically turns it into a pinch play. And OpTic Gaming now pulling ahead inside of parking lot, 77 and still counting. They're going to be able to take the rest of parking lot, 80 points for them, finally pulling ahead. And look, now the streaks come into play. And I wouldn't necessarily say flawless. It does look pretty strong, but eUnited putting up a fight still onto this hill. But we know that this is one of the hills. When you actually do get here to Lookout Post, streaks come in huge. Clay able to pull up 2 kills. That's going to be able to mitigate a lot of the pressure coming in from streaks. eUnited going to be able to get back into this, tie this one back up. This hard point is just looking phenomenal from both sides.
Really back and forth, and you know those streaks come to nothing for OpTic Gaming. They have a flawless parking hold, but from there, they don't really do enough with their streaks for me. They get those couple of kills, but really Clayster answering back on the mid-map. He's 11 and 6, was just 11 and 5, does get taken down. But for all of OpTic's streaks and all of OpTic's pressure at parking lot, they've amounted to nothing. And look out, it's been backwards and forwards. eUnited picking up the majority of anything. Really good work by eUnited to waste some of the streaks as finally OpTic gets some sort of control. As we move into the next rotation, though, eUnited in the lead. Really good start from them.
Yeah, I think that there are a few different ways that you can play the streaks, but I'm not going to fault OpTic Gaming too much there. eUnited ultimately, though, has pulled back ahead in this one, and now we're restarting our rotation. We're back here in Restaurant. We know this is going to be an absolute bloodbath, and Scuff really coming alive. The last time we looked at him, 3 and 7, now 10 and 12. getting the engagements that he needs, and they're holding down Restaurant for a decent amount of time. Pristini finally able to take down Scum. Krim going to be able to trade out. Krim still has quite a few streaks, but he's working on stacking it up some. That's going to be that. He's going to look to fully streak out here as well. Needs just about one more kill to do that. Doesn't find it though before he is taken out, but he's got plenty to work with as he's sent to the grave.
I mean, it tells you a lot about this game that OpTic, they're stacking all these streaks, but yet they're still only, around like what they were, about 10 points in the lead here. They do have the spawns that they want, as did eUnited previously on Winery, but yeah, OpTic are getting these streaks, but it's a pretty close game. eUnited still in touching distance at this point isn't too bad, but we want to see OpTic Gaming utilize their streaks better than they did at Lookout. If they can do that, they should be able to walk away with this map, but eUnited keeping themselves in this one here.
I mean, a big thing, though, is if we see a really well-placed strike when they get on over to Lookout Post the next time, it could easily be just a hold for them, or at least an initial hold. But this is a beautiful break coming in from eUnited. We can see that the spawns were going the way of OpTic Gaming. They had the initial setup. That was something that eUnited had last time, and it was incredibly lucrative for them over here at Lookout Post. And now, oh my goodness, like at Winery Lot, and now we can see eUnited ultimately is just... they get the break. It's going to be Karma who can be disruptive here, but eUnited should be able to just pinch in on it.
They do, and I don't really understand why Krim uses a streak there. They've only got 2 guys up. It seems as if OpTic Gaming are in limbo. Do we go to the parking lot and give it up, or do we try with Winery Lot a little bit more here? They try with this streak when there's not really anyone positioned to do anything about it, to follow it up, if anything, and get nothing from it. So another streak wasted there. OpTic Gaming's streak usage has not been great in this map so far. However, they do have the rotation. If they can get another 60 like they did the previous time here on Parking Lot, then they're looking good. They will be back in the lead. But I want to see better streak utilization from OpTic, big style.
I mean, Parking Lot has just looked good from them every single time that we've got it. This is the second time. It's looking strong already. We can see they're pushed out relatively far, but Clayster just getting these huge kills when he needs them the most. 18 and 14 right now. Having that positive KD, which we know is just huge for Clay.
Pristini in the back isn't going to be able to do anything here. Makes that first initial kill, should momentarily be cleaned up. So takes Crimsix with him, but the hold is not as easy as last time from OpTic Gaming. eUnited definitely causing more problems, but the point's still going towards OpTic here. Not quite as clean cut as said as it was last time, but the hold still comes in. Ball searching, takes down our cities as well. Streaks available for him. A lot of streaks, as said, for OpTic Gaming. As they take the lead, they're going to get these final scrap points as well. Really good work from him. If we can see a better lookout, they're going to be looking good for this map and the series.
We can see Formal right now trying to get that early rotation going. Hardpoint now going to be active.
There we go.
This is exactly what I wanted to see.
That's better.
This is the streak too. We've seen so many times an ace come off of this. You just wait for eUnited to try to get on over to the hill. You line them all up and you just take them all down. And we're going to see OpTic Gaming going to be able to get the initial seconds, but now it's up to them to hold. We know that this is a very frag-heavy hill, but OpTic Gaming starting to grab all the seconds that they can. And they're taking an assertive lead for the first time in a while. Another 3 kills going to go to the green wall. And now it's eUnited spawned out all the way. They got a long trek back. OpTic Gaming should crack 200 here.
They will do as well. Really, really good. Initial first set of kills by Krim with the streaks as they wipe eUnited again. That second round of kills comes in as well. Scum just eating them alive around this hard point. Really fantastic work out of OpTic. They're going to have a substantial lead going into Restaurant. eUnited are set up there, but they need to do something special here. They're around 60 points behind. It's going to be very, very hard for eUnited to come back into this game, but they could potentially do it if they perform like they did the first rotation before Parking Lot. They were very, very good. If they can do what they did first time round, they can be well back into this game.
Hey, honestly, OpTic Gaming can close it out here. They can win this map. They can win this series inside of Restaurant, but we're expecting a contest fest. Pristini going to be able to take down 2 to start. Clay's going to take out another one. All of a sudden, eUnited should be able to grab some points here as Restaurant is under contention. But after this hill, all of a sudden, OpTic Gaming can just rain down streaks from above to try to get their map control. Looking very good for OpTic Gaming, starting to look like an insurmountable task from eUnited as eUnited tries to put up a fight, but OpTic Gaming ultimately can still just close this one out. Putting up some really big seconds here, and this is going to make the next hill incredibly easy for them.
Oh my.
Scump just right through the wall. These wall bangs doing work, and that's more streaks going the way of OpTic Gaming. Now peeking out Scump, looking for one more. He is hungry for it. Going to be able to find it as well. That's the glide bomb. Now moving on over to the next hill. They know that they can't win here. Only 4 seconds needed. Now it's just time to call in the streaks and watch OpTic Gaming take their first series of Atlanta.
They should do. Would have needed a perfect game from eUnited at that point. Fantastic work by OpTic. Parking lot really being their home there. Fantastic work. I think they must have picked up 120 out of 120 points in that moment. Maybe dropped a point here and there. Sensational work around parking lot by OpTic. Really was the catalyst for them in that game number 4.
I mean, once again, credit where credit is due. OpTic Gaming